Welcome to another edition of Collecting Small Diecast Land Rovers, and I was having a quick tally up, and this will be our 88th video on doing small diecast Land Rovers. So if you're new to the channel and you've liked what you've seen perhaps on a couple of videos, why not take a good long look at our back catalogue. We've covered many models, and you might find something of interest. They're all up there on the YouTube channel, and it's easy to access, and best of all, it's free. And then once you've done that, why don't you consider having a look at our Facebook group, which is the Glengarry Diecast Land Rovers Facebook group. And there's links from the videos etc to the Facebook group, and you're most welcome to join, and you can post pictures of your Land Rovers. The only thing we ask is model Land Rover related. Right, let's have a look at what we've got for you today. Well, as I've said a couple of videos ago, Oxford Diecast are in sort of a catch-up phase, and we've not seen a lot of models come from them of late. And Oxford Diecast produce models of aeroplanes, they produce old cars, buses, lorries. So all we want to cherry pick is the Land Rover products, and some months we've done really well. You know, we've had quite a few to go at. But we're just on a bit of a dry patch at the moment. I'm sure there's plenty in the pipeline to come out. So I've been trying to source models from other sources. And I was quite fortunate that on eBay somebody had put up quite a collection of Carabineri 1/72nd scale Defenders. Now I think there was about 20 models listed. Unfortunately, most of them we already had. There was no variations to be had, but 3 piqued our interest, and I put in bids, and it was an auction style listing, so we had to wait 4 or 5 days before we could find out if we'd been successful. And we won 1, we won 2, and quite to my surprise we won all 3. And the good thing about it was the seller was kind enough to combine the postage of all 3 into one package, so that made each model, they've come out at about £6 to me, including postage for each model, so that's win-win. And they are some of the more difficult ones to get hold of, so we'll stop looking at this back scene and we'll get right down to having a look at some models. So why don't you join us? The Land Rover 90, the Defender 90 should I say, we've been sort of deprived of versions of this, especially in 1/72nd scale. Carabineri or Hornwell Carabineri only choose to do 2 more versions. One is the blue version and one is the red. And the most common one is this one. It's we've had it in the collection some time. It's the bright red one, and features the 2nd type of wheels. So this is the most recent model, and we showed you it before in a video, so we won't go over that ground again. However, there is a far more scarcer version which predates this, and it is a darker red with different type of wheels. So we shall bring it in for you to have a look, and there we have it. Now I'm aware of cameras showing different colours in different ways, so we'll just pull in a bit, but I'm sure you can see the top one is a completely darker shade of red, and the difference mainly between the two models is the shade of red, and one has type of wheels and the other has the second type. They change during production. Now the easiest way to demonstrate that is we'll go to the Diecast Land Rovers and I can show you an illustration. The early type of wheels, which we've designated as type C, was it was just a plain wheel, nicely defined. But in the type D, the second type, if you can see, there's a representation what could be taken as the disc brake, but I suspect it was a way of strengthening the wheel. They maybe had issues with braking. These were marketed as toys, and perhaps they found with heavy play, some of them were possibly breaking, or it could have been to ease production at the factory. We just don't really know, but certainly the paler red or the brighter red version features type D wheels, which will just scroll up. Right, type D is the light red model. It looks a darker red on the photograph. That's just the effect of the camera. The second one is the one that we've just obtained, and it is, if I can just lift that up a bit, right, it's the Land Rover Defender short wheelbase red with a white roof. License plate on all these 90s is just a Land Rover. This all have silver wheels, and it has a black interior. So quite hard to get hold of, and all these Defender 90s have only appeared as Schuco models that we know of. So if you know different, please let us know. So what we'll do is we'll unpack the new one, and we can have a good look at it. We'll get it on the turntable so you can have a good view of it on there, and we'll take all the photos, and then the photos will be uploaded to the website so that you can take this with you to swap meets or whatever, and you can use it as a resource, and it's free. It's such a shame that these models, they didn't make more colours of these, because it really is a nice little proportioned model. Why they only stayed at 2, I do not know. Less Schuco specially commissioned Hongwell to make it for them. I suppose that's a possibility, but all you're left with is the chance of collecting 3 different variations: the light red, the darker red, and the blue. I don't think there's any other variation on the blue one. It just seems to be the one model that's been fairly standard. We found that with Schuco models made by Hongwell, that they don't change. Like all the other ones, they seem to have been set at one standard, and there's been no change. So whether they were just an order, right, we'll take 10,000, so they were all made all the same, no variations, and that's what's out there, and they keep cropping up on the second-hand market. It does seem odd, that, but it could be Schuco's demands that, you know, they set quite tight specifications for what they require, and they have to be made accordingly. So for our next subject in today's video, we're going to take a look at a Defender 110 that we've managed to get our hands on. So we're back on the mobile site, and we've come back out of the Defender 90 menu, and just below it is the 110 menu, so let's go into there and see what we can find. Right, all the models are listed under the various colours and types, and the one we're looking for is this one. Now it's in pink because we didn't have a model, so it was just a library picture, but we can now correct that. That is what we've been looking for. As far as we know, there's only one out there, so the one we've managed to get our hands on, we're going to take a close look at it, and the main things we're going to be looking at is the registration number and what type of wheels it is fitted with. So let's have a closer look. So here we have it. Another one of the rather elusive models, but you probably can see that it's got the old dreaded sticky label gum on the case. What I'll do is, I think I'm going to do a short video. I'll tell you what I use or what I've found. There is a product out there to get this off, and it doesn't attack your plastic, and it's pretty good stuff, and it's available in different guises from different firms. Different retail outlets sell it, and it all just makes your models look nice and tidy. Anyway, let's get this one unboxed and we can take a closer look. So this one is the Italian ambulance. Obviously the body colour's white. It features the Type C wheels, hopefully, so we'll have a closer look at that in a second. The number plate, as you can see coming round, appears to be correct. CRI plus 1509. You'll be able to tell if that is correct on your blown up screens. Don't forget, these are really tiny models at the end of the day. Nice decals applied. Only available in Italy, I think, this one. That's why we don't see a great deal of them here in the UK. Only one version seems to be available, so possibly these were just done as a one-off run, so they'll all be identical. Again, perhaps you in Europe may know more. Right, we've stopped the turntable. You can have a lot better look at the number plate and the nicely printed detail on the rear. Also, it's quite plain here that the wheels are of a Type C, definitely Type C. There's no disc brake or reinforcing to the back of the wheel, so this is probably the only version out there. Nice, it also has a tow bar fitted on the bottom of the model, which it's possible one of these came with a trailer of some description, or it could be just used the casting that featured the tow bar. Not really sure, so over to you, you collectors out there. What more information can you shed on these? I'd like to think there's more, but we've really struggled to get this one, so possibly might be a long while before we see another one. There again, sometimes you manage to get one and 3 or 4 turn up all in quick succession, so we'll just have to see. Time will tell, but certainly if you've got any info, please pass it on. Right, we'll be rather unprofessional and we'll just turn that round for you so you can have a nice close look at the front end on it. There we are. We'll see if it'll allow us to go in any further. No. There we are. Right, nice printing on the front there with the logo applied to the bonnet. And nice detail down below. Yeah, really cool model. Nice crisp. all areas. Can't really fault this one, to be fair. We'll just get it turned over and we'll just see what the underside looks like for you. Here we have the underside, and straight away it stands out, the error, new discovery. Quite a few of these Defender 110s did have this error on the base, yet occasionally you'll get one turned up where it was corrected. So this was possibly a fairly early model in the history of this casting, so it didn't benefit from the revised base. To be fair, 90% of all these Defender 110s have the incorrect new discovery on. Quite how they made that error, I do not know, but you would have thought it would have got picked up in the production of it, but there it is, plain as day. Right, nevertheless, it doesn't spoil what is otherwise a really good, nice looking piece. And we come to the third of our trio, and this is the Land Rover Defender 110 in Carabineri livery, and I'm sure I butchered that, but I do tend to butcher most of these foreign names, but you can put your own interpretation on it. Let's get it unboxed, let's see what it's all about. The Land Rover Defender really does suit this livery. It's the dark blue set against the white roof, I think, that really sets it off. Obviously, Italian police, this one of the branches of the police over there. It's probably coming across as black on the camera here, but it's really deep blue. Really smart, and the nice clean lines of the livery on it. There's no mistaking that it's a police vehicle. Obviously Italian. It's one of their branches of the police. They have different police for different areas of crime, as it were. Another one. This has been difficult to get hold of. We'll have a quick check on the phone. Right, this is another one that, as far as our listing goes on the website, there's only one version, and it features the wheels are Type C wheels. That's the early wheels without the reinforcing, and the number plate on all these should be CC AJ-238, and we'll stop it in a moment to give you a close-up. It's done it for us. How kind. I didn't know the turntable was voice controlled, but apparently it is. There we are. Nice detail on the rear, nice number plate, Carabineri written across the top in red. New discovery. So, as I say, most of them came out with this error. Today's three models are one of the better finds I've had. Every so often a day will come along where you'll just see some models that you've been looking for ages, and then to get one would be good, to get two would be extraordinary, and three is just incredible. I've hunted so long and so hard for these. It's made it quite tough to get models to show on this channel, because we've mainly stuck with Oxford Diecast in the 176 and Caramas in 172, and we've strayed into the 143rd Caramas as well. There's lots of lovely models out there. Getting models to review at the moment has been so tough. I've had the second thoughts about the Range Rover series we were doing. I initially said I was only going to go up to the 4 parts, to take it up to the we did the Fire Crash Tenders, and then we did the Range Rover Classic, we did P38, and then the 3rd generation. Well, because I've had funds to spare this month, I only allocate so much to buy models to do this. I've bought the Range Rover Vogues and I've managed to get them all, so I'll be doing a video shortly on that. So if you're a Range Rover fan, that'll be coming quite soon. The 6 to collect, and yeah, we've got all 6, so yeah, we'll do that. We'll see what the viewing figures. I know I mentioned about the viewing figures regarding the Range Rovers as to where I would go with them, and then for some bizarre reason it's just exploded. Normally we can get 30-40 views, and then it's crept up to about 60 views per video, and then over the last 3 or 4 weeks, one of them's up at 3,200 last time I looked. So it might be just a fluke that YouTube have been promoting them particularly over that period, or it may be that people are finding the channel, and we are putting on subscribers, so that's really good, really good. So yeah, we're going to be doing the Range Rover series, the Vogues, quite soon. I'll probably film that over the next week when I get time, and we're still hunting for more models, so I'm sure we'll have something nice for you to see. This one's probably drifted on a bit, so we're going to have to do some serious editing. But if you're continuing to go out, please enjoy your collecting and show us some pictures of what you've bought. Let's see what interests fire up your enthusiasm, and stick them on the Facebook group. We'll be pleased to see them. Right, so until the next one, stay safe, happy collecting.